So how did I get into crypto? Alam mo yan ang pinaka-common question na nakukuha ko sa lahat ng mga nakakausap ko. And I'll share with you guys on this video, ano ba yung nagpa-intriga sa akin sa crypto and sa Bitcoin in particular at bakit ba ako napasok dito. It actually started in October 2019 when I was having a drink with a friend of mine and then binanggit niya sa akin yung word na Bitcoin. Sabi niya, have you heard of Bitcoin? Tapos na-curious ako. Then he started explaining it. You know, honestly, medyo magulo yung pag-explain niya. Pero okay lang kasi it got my curiosity and that was the important part. Alam mo, I'm the type kasi that I want to fight my confirmation bias. We all have confirmation bias. So what I did was for the entire month is I contradicted the confirmation bias. I researched, instead of researching na Bitcoin is good, it's gonna go up, it has value, I did the opposite. I went, is Bitcoin a scam? Bitcoin has no value. Yun ang mga sinesearch ko at ni-research ko on the internet. And after 1 month of researching on Bitcoin, the complete opposite happened. That's when I saw how powerful Bitcoin is. And in December 2019, I pretty much went all in on Bitcoin. Binenta ko yung aking mga stocks that was down about 30% that time. I actually redeemed my insurance and I put all of my savings and all other assets into Bitcoin. And it wasn't that much, by the way, but it was enough to put a smile on my face. And as soon as I put the money in, I got curious what people thought of Bitcoin. Kaya nag-post ako sa Facebook and I asked people, what do you guys think of Bitcoin? Wow, what was interesting to me was almost 100% of the comments were against Bitcoin. And I'll read you some of the comments kasi it's quite interesting eh. Yan, it's too volatile but to each his own. Tapos yung iba naman, nire-recommend sa akin mga stocks. May isa dito sabi that it's a wild party that ended 2 years ago. So the answer is hell no. And buy stocks instead. And they even gave me advice that I should only take advice from people that are qualified to give it. Tapos isa naman dito, unsecured. That says it all. Pure speculation. Tapos sabi ni Warren Buffett, no. Fast and the Furious. Ito nakakatawa. Wanna buy some air? So it showed me that there were a lot of people that really didn't know anything about Bitcoin and they're basing their opinion of it on the lack of information. And I don't blame them for it. Kasi a lot of times naman kung hindi ka familiar with something, you immediately tend to shut it down. And that actually solidified my perspective on Bitcoin even more. So one of my friends even was so sure that Bitcoin was dead that he said, do you want to make a bet 5-1 odds in my favor that it won't hit its 2017 levels in 2020? So sabi niya, let's go. I bet it won't, sabi niya. And ako naman, I was so game because I knew it was gonna go past the previous all-time high. So I had to clarify that if I bet 1,000, I would win 5,000. And he goes, yes. So I said, let's make it 2,000 pesos. I should have made it 20,000 pesos. And then fast forward to where we are today. And obviously, it did hit the all-time high. And I did win that bet. And I'm not the type to rub it in anyone's face. I won the bet, I'm happy, I made money, Bitcoin went up, and the rest is history. So what made me go all in on Bitcoin? There are so many things on why I like Bitcoin. So let's start with the idea of it being a true digital asset. Na-fascinate ako dito sa idea na to na Bitcoin cannot be counterfeited, it cannot be hacked, it cannot be duplicated. There is no double spending with Bitcoin. Ngayon, for those that don't know, all of those things I mentioned to you happen on the internet regularly. For example, think about all these digital files floating around, like a PDF, a JPEG file, or an audio file or a video file. All of those things, if you send it to somebody, you have a copy of it. So it can be duplicated over and over again. Think of something that cannot be duplicated. That's Bitcoin. Next, you think about counterfeiting. Money can be counterfeited. Tapos isipin mo to, the internet right now, there are a lot of hacks going on. Bitcoin cannot be hacked. It's never been hacked since its inception in 2009. And that's because it's completely decentralized. Kasi yung mga hacks happen because all the hacker has to do is to go into one server and be able to access all the files. In Bitcoin, because it's decentralized, because it's in over 1 million computers all over the world, you would have to hack all of them at the same time to be able to hack it. Not just that, it's on the blockchain. And that's a different way of storing files. Kasi right now we have our file folders and it can easily be accessed. On the blockchain, these files are encrypted on blocks that are connected to each other. And dahil connected lahat ng mga blocks na yan, to be able to hack it, you have to first break the encryption on all those blocks at the same time and change the information on all those blocks on the entire blockchain at the same time. Otherwise, you won't be able to hack it. Then add to that the fact that I don't trust government with our money. At nakikita naman natin throughout history since the 1970s how the money has been debased and devalued. How inflation has stolen the money's value from us. Especially sa Pilipinas I remember before 1997, peso to the dollar was around 22 to 24 pesos to the dollar. After 1997 to today, we're now at 58 pesos to the dollar. So if you held 1 million pesos back in 1997, today that 1 million pesos is worth less than half of what it is. And add to that we don't have full control of our money. Try withdrawing all your money from the bank. Ang dami nilang tanong. If you actually move money over $10,000 or over 500,000 pesos, ang dami ng tanong ng mga bangko. Try moving money out of the country or moving money into the country above $10,000. Ang dami ng tanong. So you don't have full control of your money. What I like about Bitcoin is that it's completely borderless and I have full custody of it. And add to that it's completely transparent. Anyone and everyone can verify who owns the Bitcoin and how many Bitcoins anyone owns. Plus, eto pa, I don't need to trust you to be able to transact with you with Bitcoin. Unlike using pesos or dollars, in large amounts, you have to make sure that it's not a counterfeit. Or even if you use, for example, gold, you have to make sure that that gold is real. You have to get it verified. But with Bitcoin, you don't need to trust the person you're transacting with. Tapos after I got into Bitcoin, I started checking out all the other altcoins and different Web3 projects out there. And dun ako na-fascinate on how amazing this world is and what it can do not just for finance, but for the entire internet. And how we live, how we do business, how we work, pretty much everything. And after I took that deep dive, wow, my life has changed. Kaya ngayon, I love talking about crypto, Web3, and I want to share this with everyone because I really sincerely want everyone to be able to have at least 0.1 Bitcoin each. Imagine if 1 million Filipinos have 0.1 Bitcoin each. It's life-changing. So if you want to be one of the 1 million Filipinos that own at least 0.1 Bitcoin, subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can learn more about it. But make sure to be able to get Bitcoin now, right now. And I'll leave the links in the description for you to be able to get started right away. And that's it. What do you guys think about Bitcoin? Or do you have any questions about it? Write it in the comment section below. This is Christian. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And please remember to do your own research. And I am not your financial advisor.